Peace. Good morning, family. How you doing? It's Mr. R2 here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. Today is the 22nd of June. This week is the very last full week of June. We're already about to tap into the seventh month of the year, which is July. So I just want to say thank you for being here, and I appreciate you for just taking the time to wake up and to want to be in this space and to listen to what I got to say. I'm just saying. But yeah, so what I want you to do right now, just go ahead and share this live, put it on your news feed or put it inside of somebody's group in order for them to hear it, because I think today message is very special. 400 no's. So if you understand the gift of no, go ahead and put that in the chat. And why is no a gift, and how has no been a gift to you? So no is it's a small word, but yet it carries a lot of weight. And because no carry a lot of weight, sometimes no have put so much pressure on us and has applied itself in everything that we've done, and it pushes us down. But only those who understand it will actually begin to grow from it, because no is like a growth spurt after you hear it. But what are you going to do when you hear the word? That's what we're talking about today. 400 no's. I know in my lifetime I've heard more than 400 no's, and I'm sure you have too. So 400 no's is figuratively speaking, but it is as a 400-pound weight just weighing on you and pushing you down and holding you down, and just having that much power over you, but knowing how to lift it off and to become lighter. That's what we're talking about today. 400 no's. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Yeah, go ahead and share that and put done in the chat when you finish sharing it. So 400 no's. The definition of no, it is saying that used to express refusal, denial, disbelief, emphasis, or disagreement. And for those that may be new to the platform, you're going to get definition of words, and then we're going to invert the definition to shed light and to give new purpose to the definition itself. So again, the definition of no, it says, and it states to use to express refusal, denial, disbelief, emphasis, or disagreement. So we can hear the word no. The inversion on this is red over white. Used to express refusal. That's something that you can repurpose the word no and to utilize it for something good for you. When you use it to express refusal, I refuse to lose. I refuse to allow that no to affect what my day is going to be like, or what the rest of my day is going to be like, because I refuse to accept it. So again, it says used to express refusal, denial, disbelief, emphasis, or disagreement. The inversion again is red over white, used to express refusal. So now let's take this deep dive real quick. And I'm going to tell you something that you probably have heard, and if not, you can use. And if not, you can do whatever you want with it, because you're going to see it in some shape, form, or fashion, whether you see it, whether you saw it this morning, whether you're seeing it now, or you're going to hear about it for some time today. You can virtually achieve anything that you want when you're willing to hear no often enough. I got to the point, and I've grown to the point to where I can hear no and it begins to energize me. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels that way when they hear the word no. If that's you, say that. If you're the type of person, when you hear the word no and it puts you in a place, in a position to where that no has just like you're Pac-Man and you just ate a power pellet and everything around you was just glowing because now you're being energized to do more, to do better, and to take yourself into that headspace to where my no is not the only answer, but my no has empowered me to push myself. How many of you have ever been in that space? How many of you have ever been in that moment? I mean, if you're honest enough, no is going to put you in a position to fight. No is not going to determine how it is going to end. No could actually be the starting point to get you to figure out how can this no transition into a yes. And that's today's deep dive. And how many of you know the story of 409? This cleaner. How many of you know the story of 409? If you know the story of 409, just go ahead and put me. If you do, put yes. If you know the story of 409, put yes. If you don't know the story of 409, just say no. And I'm going to tell you the story based off of what your answer is. If it's yes, put yes. If it's no, put no. And then I'm going to tell you about the story of 409 and how 409 came about. Okay, we got one person that says yes. All right, so I'll put you on to it. 409. That's how many times it took them to get the formula right. That's how many times it took them to finally figure out what the formula is in order for them to have a finished product. Are you willing to go at it 409 times to get to the 410th? Yes. Are you willing to push yourself to the point to where I am capable of being committed to the task and being committed to what I'm doing in order for me to push myself to the point? I don't care if it takes me 409 times because I know what my purpose is. I don't care if it's going to take me 410th time because I'm committed to figuring it out. I'm committed to push myself far greater than I've ever pushed myself before. So every time you go ahead and you shop, and if 409 is in your bathroom toolbox, that's what it's about. They were committed to figuring it out. And that's the level of commitment that you have the ability to do as well. All right, so the first thing that I want you to understand is you should celebrate every no. Celebrate it. Now, don't play the fool. Don't take this all far to the left or far to the right. Look at it for what it is. Because if yes makes you happy and no makes you unhappy, then you need to get your tail off the emotional roller coaster. Because when you look at no positively, you can see the value in it and celebrate it and to have fun figuring it out. Because they put work into figuring out 409, that put them in a position to be like, you know what, man, we almost got it. All right, let me go ahead and change this. Let me annotate. Let me write this down. What did we do now that we can either keep, or what can we omit so we can try it again the next time? They celebrated that no. They wasn't striving to put themselves on that emotional roller coaster of yes, no, yes, this, no, this didn't work. And then they put it down and they quit. Don't you know if they did not fight for the purpose that they had behind it, there will be no 409. How many times you think someone who had an idea, and the idea, you think the car, when they first designed the car, it worked the first time? No. You think whoever started making cell phones, it worked the first time? No. You think when you first started that business, your first idea that you thought that sound good to you, You thought just because it didn't work when you first tried it, that means that is done and you quit? No. You took that no and you celebrate that you started. You took that no and you celebrated that, hey, I put myself in a position to learn and to know and understand that I live by something, and I will always say it. I'll say it and I'll take it to my grave. One of the pillars that I live by is for every no, there's a yes. Every time you hear a no, there is a yes just waiting around the corner. Every time you hear the word no, there is a yes that is waiting for you. But if you take the first no and you put yourself in a position to where you quit, you will never get to that yes. Celebrate that no, because you understand that no mean never. Could actually mean not right now, because you need to go back to the drawing board and figure it out to see what you did that you could do different in order for you to put yourself in a position that is going to actually figure out what makes this no a yes. Stop taking no as the final answer when it comes to your dreams and your passion and your goals and your visions and all of that stuff, because every time there is something that says no, there is something that's inside of you that you can dig a little bit deeper, that you can pull and extract out of you, that you can begin to develop and design and put it in a position like we spoke about this past day to reimagine. How can you reimagine the no into a yes? Because you have to use the vision that was given to you in the beginning. That's knowing that no does not mean never. No is not my final answer. No is not the only response that can be given. No can actually just mean not right now. But because it's not right now, I am going to figure out how can I make this no into something that is useful for me. And I have to understand that no takes sacrifice. There is a sacrifice that comes with no. Are you willing to stay up? Are you willing to skip that meal? Are you willing to walk away from that person? Are you willing to walk away from that group of people? Are you willing to walk away from time spent? It's going to take sacrifice for you to figure out what the no could possibly transition to a yes. You're going to bump your head. You're going to have headaches. You're going to cry. You're going to yell. You're going to want to walk out. But if you walk out, how do you know what you actually made of until it's time for you to sacrifice what it takes for you to get to that yes, to sacrifice what it takes for you to get to that approval? Yes, you got denied for the car, but are you willing to sacrifice what it takes for you to get your credit right? If you're not willing to sacrifice what it takes for you to repair your credit, then you're not willing to sacrifice what it will take in order for you to achieve that particular goal. But you want to talk around and you want to talk about it and cry about it and put yourself on that emotional roller coaster. But it only takes for you to sit down and correct it, course correct, figure it out, put yourself in a position that you know that it can be done, and just do it. No is the sacrificial lamb that can ultimately get you to the place that you will remember what that no feel. I remember what no feels like. I still get no. But that no becomes the fuel that puts me in a position to want more, to do more, to have more, to energize the passion to push myself in a direction that's progressive. But are you willing to sacrifice for the no? that's something that you're going to have to take on your own. That's a cross that you're going to have to bear. That's a cross that you're going to have to carry. You know when you're willing to continue to push. You know when you're willing to continue to grind. A lot of us know what quit feels like. And when you know what quit feels like, you definitely know what committed feels like too. Because you learn from when you quit. That developed a callus for you to be committed. And because that callus of commitment is now so hard that quit is no longer in your vocabulary, it puts a very disdain feeling that you have towards quitting. And after you understand that, I want you to learn, and I want you to know that every no is a chance to learn. Every no is a chance for you to build an opportunity to learn what yes looks like. It builds on the chance for you to understand that there are lessons in the learning of what no meant to you. Where you can take that no and be able to teach other people that pushing yourself to the point of getting it done, it took a sacrifice for you. And you can be what it takes for someone to want to do more because it's your lesson that you learn. And because you learned that lesson, you can foresee obstacles in someone else's life because you learned it. And I want you to know and understand that sometimes obstacles may come our way, but allow those obstacles, like we spoke this past day, allow those obstacles to create those opportunities of success for you. And because those obstacles have created success, it allows you to continue to do it over and over and over again. So learn from it. I don't care if you heard no 400 times. That 401st might be the yes that you was waiting on. How many of you still waiting on a yes? How many of you are still waiting for that approval on whatever it is that you have been striving to do? So if today's your day to energize you, to put you in a position to prepare yourself for that yes, you've heard no enough times to energize you to figure out what yes means to you. All right, that's all I got. And I just want y'all to be blessed and to remember, this is Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. I'll see you tomorrow morning right here at 7:30. Y'all be blessed. Peace.